I'm Jerry Deach from the Sauerkraut Days Committee. Good morning, Mount Vernon and Lisbon.
Hey, I'm Lisa White here in the Scott Alumni Center, and I just want to say good morning, Mount Vernon and Lisbon.
Good morning, Mount Vernon and Lisbon. I'm Joe.
And I'm still Kim.
And we are
Promoting the awesomeness of the Mount Vernon and Lisbon area. Good morning.
Good
We
morning.
have to use lots of gestures. And I'm smiling. Big smiles underneath here.
So you see this headline, masks are now required in public in Mount Vernon.
And we are in public, and we are in Mount Vernon.
Yeah,
So we are complying.
yeah. As is the little statue next to us here.
Yes, which gets front page coverage.
Yeah. You remember that giant puppet that used to sit in my window?
Yeah.
That creepy puppet everyone
Yeah.
remembers? Anyway, he's got a mask on.
Good, he's complying.
He's gonna comply.
Love it. But, shall we get started?
I'm waiting for you. I'm just sitting here minding my business. Mount Vernon, Lisbon, this is your breaking news.
Volume 151, number 32, August 6th, 2020. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, it looks like Mount Vernon schools are returning with a hybrid plan.
Yes,
And students will be in school on alternate days,
yes.
and masks are required. All right. Mount Vernon Community School District will return to school this month using a hybrid model of learning. Each day, half of the students will be in the school and half will be at home. This schedule will limit in-school class sizes to about 12 to 13 students at a time. That
Yes.
sounds good to me.
I think so too.
Yeah. Students will switch locations the next day following an A-B schedule throughout the year,
Yes.
including during 12 early out days.
Yes.
The students will be divided into groups based on their last names.
Yes. Which is really interesting when you have children with different last names.
Yeah, I imagine.
Because I have two kids that go on A days, and I got one kid that goes on B days. So I will be shuttling to school every day.
So no break for you between A
No
and B.
rest for the mama.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. So masks are now required in public in Mount Vernon. I think, and I don't know if it's in here. Did I read that in here? Where did I hear that? One of only 4 communities in Iowa that asked for this.
I believe so at this
Yeah,
point.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't read it here. Anyway, masks will be mandated in Mount Vernon following action by the City Council Monday, August 3rd. Resolution requiring masks to be worn in public in the City of Mount Vernon passed by a vote of 4-1, with Councilmember Eric Radovish dissenting. The resolution has no enforcement measures. So if we took them out right now, the police would not.
No.
They would not
It's
arrest
the
them.
goodness of your heart.
Yeah. No enforcement measures currently, but City Administrator Chris Nosbish noted that the resolution does allow for additional action by the council to add enforcement later. Masks should be worn whenever a person is in public, such as we are, including grocery stores, pharmacies, hardware stores, retail establishments, outside, if keeping 6 feet away from others is not possible. Technically, we're 6 feet apart, I think.
Yeah.
I'd have to get my tape measure, but I think we probably
Yeah.
would be okay. Businesses open to the public may not provide service. The public may not provide service to customers not wearing a mask as mandated and must post signs at entrances with instructions. So there
That's
you go.
great.
Yeah.
Takes the pressure off the business people to enforce those things. Just
Well,
do it.
Yeah, you know what? I still say that I am in the better safe than sorry camp.
Absolutely. And
Let's be safe rather than
yes.
sorry.
Well, and you know, Cornell's big thing is Cornell Care, right? We're wearing these masks. I'm wearing these masks for you guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But I kind of miss your face.
Well, not today. It's probably good. It's all covered up.
Oh, okay. The MVL Chili Cook-Off has been canceled.
Sad.
You know, this is just one more to add to our list of festivals we're not having this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Mount Vernon Lisbon Community Development Group, CDG, that's the organization I work for, a Main Street, Iowa organization, announced that the 14th annual Mount Vernon Lisbon Chili Cook-Off has been canceled. I'm sorry to hear this. Chair of the committee is dear friend Lori Winder, and this is what she had to say. We are all heartbroken at the cancellation, but are optimistic that we will be back in 2021 to celebrate our 15th annual event.
Well, and guess what? Sometimes we take advantage or take it for granted the things that we have all the time. And now we take this year and not have festivals. We can go, oh, I missed Chalk the Walk. Oh, I missed Heritage Days. Oh, I missed Chili Cook-Off. and it reignites our passion about it. And then maybe people will volunteer more, maybe people will attend better. You know, it's just great.
Yeah, well,
So-
let's hope.
Let's hope so.
So, King and Queen candidates, Sauerkraut Days is going to still have their parade and a few other activities, very slimmed down this year. But the Sauerkraut Days committee is taking submissions for the Sauerkraut Days King and Queen.
And those are so cute because they're little babies.
They're cute, yeah.
Oh, such cute little babies.
So, entrants must be born anytime in 2016. So you're right, they're little kids.
Babies.
Yeah. To enter, you submit a photo of the child with their name, parents' names, address, and phone number, and there's an email address in here. Entrants must be accepted no later than Friday, August 7th at 10 a.m. And there's no entry fee, and they just draw them out of a hat or something. That's how they do it.
Yep.
So the Kraut Route 5K is still in existence, so you got information about that here. And it looks like we're going to close Highway 30 ramps starting August 5th for
Today.
work. So work to construct.
Wednesday.
What's that?
Wednesday.
Is that today?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Oh, that's yesterday. I always forget.
You do.
It's always just one big
That's
happy
what
thing.
I'm here for. He's talk. I'm keeping him on the right day.
Okay. So work to construct asphalt shoulders on the on and off ramps on Highway 30 at Highway 1 in Mount Vernon and Lisbon Avenue in Lisbon requires closing the ramps to traffic starting on Wednesday, August 5th, yesterday.
Yeah.
Weather permitting, according to the Iowa Department of Transportation's DEP or construction office. During the ramp closures of Mount Vernon and Lisbon, motorists should be aware of changing traffic patterns and will be directed onto a detour.
Just don't be
route.
surprised. That's what it says. Just don't be surprised. It's happening. You know now. And either plan a different route or be patient. Be patient. Maybe if they close it, you can't be patient.
I think we're all learning how to be patient.
Oh,
during
we
COVID.
are. Absolutely.
And you know what? Patience and humility is really good.
And gratefulness
And gratefulness. And generosity.
and generosity. They're all good things. They're in all of us.
And we're all learning them.
Yeah.
We're being forced to learn them, and that's okay.
Yep.
All right, so the Mount Vernon Lisbon unit of the League of Women Voters of Linn County
Yes?
are going to be present at the Sidewalk Sales this weekend. So they're going to be registering voters. So if you haven't
nice.
registered, you can go and do that during the Sidewalk
And I
Sales.
noticed, I love the beautiful little graphic on the inside page there with the sidewalk sales. I don't know who did that beautiful graphic.
Isn't that
It's
nice?
Gorgeous.
So anyway, there we go. Volunteers will be at a registration table by Bauman & Co. You all know where that is.
Yes.
So, and this is what you need to do. It might be a good idea to have an Iowa driver's license or a non-operator's identification when you fill out the form. That's according to Jane Cross.
Okay, Jane, thank you.
Yeah, so I imagine she'll be sitting at that table. All right. Oh, Kim, I think you're quoted in this story.
I am.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
So COVID-19 testing, relatively easy process in Linn County. So we've been hearing about how it's been difficult, but according to this story, it's easier. So as schools begin ramping up and case numbers continue to rise in Linn County, that's bad news, and across the state, testing for COVID-19 is also increasing to find if those with symptoms have the virus. So Mount Vernon and Lisbon residents have access to COVID-19 testing in two ways: recommendation of their local healthcare provider or visiting a Test Iowa location. So there you go. And Kim, you were interviewed for this story.
I was.
You want to talk about it?
Well, if people, if you have to get tested or you want to get tested, don't be scared. It's very quick. It's mediumly invasive. It's not a big deal. Get her done and be safe.
And let's just say she is negative, in case anyone was wondering.
Negative twice, actually.
So you're a double negative.
I was undetected the first time and negative the second time.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, let's keep it that way. Let's all be negative.
Yes.
Negative is good,
Let's
okay?
be positively negative.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
All
New
right.
one mission shirt.
Oh, we've got some Julian Johnston scholarships awarded. That's good
What?
news. Says right here.
Nice.
3 members of the United Methodist Church of Mount Vernon have been awarded Julian Johnston scholarships.
Nice.
$500 each for this upcoming academic year. So Trenton Beatty, John Cooper, and Matthew Oracle. We know these
Oh,
kids.
we do.
Yeah.
Good job.
So the scholarship was established by Julian E. Johnston, a well-known Mount Vernon businessman. Johnston was very appreciative of the financial support he received as a Cornell College student during the 30s from the local Methodist church and set up this scholarship to help others.
How
How
nice.
very nice.
Thank you so much.
Oh.
Every little bit helps, and that's a nice little chunk.
So Mount Vernon, and I don't quite understand how this is going to work, but that's okay. You don't have to understand everything. But Mount Vernon Area Arts Council is going to present something called Farm to Fork Tales. Yeah. So the Mount Vernon Area Arts Council has received a $2,000 grant, that's good news, to present Farm to Fork Tales to the community. The grant from the Iowa Arts Council will enable the MVAC to partner with the former Iowa Poet Laureate and Iowa State Professor Emerita, Mary Swander, to identify 5 local farm people to tell their stories. That's interesting. To a live audience. Swander also serves as the Executive Director of Ag Arts and the Artistic Director of Swander Women Productions. It's been presented in several locations around the state. Each presentation has a theme running through the stories. The theme here will be determined by the local people with input from Swander. So, anyway, we've got that to look forward to. I don't think we've got a date on that yet, but anyway. Okay, I'm going to move on here. Oh, dear.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that something? I'm going to skip a couple of these stories because some of them are not necessarily good as news. But if you're curious about that crash, there was this chase that ended on 6th Street. I know a lot of people in town are talking about it. The story is here, but that's not necessarily awesome. So I don't want to read it.
Right.
But you can read it. You all can read, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what's happening at Cole Library, shall we?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
they
So
did such good
Kathy
work
Boggs has a story here about learning to read independently. And when I was reading this, I was reminded of when I was a little kid reading books for the first time.
there. Yeah.
And I never looked at it from her perspective, but learning to read independently is such a wonderful experience for children and an event to be celebrated. So once they learn to read, children often just can't get enough of a category of a book called juvenile reader.
Yeah.
And this, and you probably know all about that with
Yes,
all
I
those
do.
kids running around your house. It's different than from a picture book. So a juvenile reader is a book intended for new readers to read independently. The font is clear and readable with space between each line of text, so the eye of the reader easily knows where to go next. Vocabulary is generally limited to words that are sight words.
Yep.
The first words learned or words that can be decoded easily using the rules of phonetics.
My 7-year-old grandson is just taking off reading, and he's so excited.
Well, you know where you can find a bunch of those books.
I do.
Cole Library.
Cole Library.
Yeah. So anyway, that was kind of an interesting little
And I think
story.
they're still doing curbside stuff, but I'm not sure.
And then we skipped over it, but we do have the Sidewalk Sales this weekend, Friday and Saturday, right?
yeah.
And there's several businesses on Main Street participating, so their stock is going to be out on the
And
sidewalk.
you know, that harkens back to my childhood. There were sidewalk sales all the time, one or two weekends a summer. And you would go up and you would do the shopping, and it's all outside, and it was just, it
I
brings
kind of
back
get a
good
feeling
memories.
we're going to see more of this.
Yeah.
Outside seems to be the way things are moving.
Yeah.
And that little dining room in front of
Yes.
Fuel has been so popular. I imagine that more of that kind of
I
stuff
think
is
you're
going to be
right.
springing up.
I think it's great.
And it's nice when the weather is nice to be outside doing this stuff,
Oh,
and it's
this is
safer.
Beautiful
right?
weather, yes.
All right. Okay, so we got backwards jumps, I think.
Yep.
Okay, here's the sports.
I love
Okay.
it when you talk papery.
Well, you know, normally you have a forward jump. So you have
I
something that
know.
starts on 1A and it jumps to 4A or 5A or something.
I know.
But this one starts on the back page and it jumps forward.
I love it. I love it when you talk papery.
Anyway, it's kind of confusing for me because I'm used to doing it the other way,
Yep.
but I'm learning how to adapt. As we all are during COVID.
There you go.
Adapt. Let's
Oh, look
learn
at that picture of Mandy Moracle in the catcher's defending home.
You know, they do some great photos here.
That's awesome.
You know what they did? They posed that.
No.
They said, okay, everybody hold it, get a picture, hold it.
Yep. One more second
Yeah.
and release.
Okay,
Yeah.
now finish the play. No, that's not how they
So
do it.
nice of them doing that.
Yeah, but that is a really cool photo.
Yeah.
The last game of the season is always hard, especially for summer sports, which marks seniors' last hurrah.
Yeah.
But the summer, well, kind of sad, was tempered this year by the fact that the season took place at all. Yeah. Mount Vernon ended its year with a 4-1 loss to Davenport Assumption and a 4th place in the Class 3A tournament. A 4th place isn't bad.
It's not bad
Who
at
said
all.
that was bad?
Getting there is hard.
Yeah. And of course, with all these extra things we have to deal with, that's okay, kids. Be proud, Manny Moracle.
That's right.
All right. MWC suspends league competition through December 31. The Midwest Conference announced July 27th that it will suspend league competition through the rest of 2020. The presidents of the 10-member institutions, including Cornell, made the decision in coordination with representative athletic directors in order to protect the health and safety of student athletes, coaches, staff, and administration and their families and the broader campus and local communities.
Yep.
All right, we're here reading these stories again and again and again.
Yep.
So we're used to that, aren't we?
True.
We're going to cancel just another festival. Every weekend seems like cancel another festival.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Lions respond to a summer of unknowns.
Yep.
Summer of 2020 came with a lot of unknowns. Yes, we know. It started with whether there would be summer sports at all, and if teams reached the diamond, how they might respond to physical distancing, building chemistry, even handling foul balls. Lisbon also had questions about its lineup after losing 5 starters, but the Young Lions made the most of the compact season, finishing 4th at the state tournament. They won their opener over second-seeded New Fonda, fell to eventual champion Clarksville 4-0 in the semifinals, and kinda ran out of juice Friday, July 1, in a loss to Linville Sully in the 3rd place game. 4th is okay, kids.
It is.
And we've had a weird summer, so
Yeah.
don't kick yourselves, okay? You're all good kids.
The best you can and look at it.
Yeah, and those are nice photos, and thank you for
Yeah.
posing for those for so long, so we get a
that's
good
so hard to
shot.
hold that in midair.
It's hard.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
You don't even see the plexiglass support that's holding the rocket
Right.
around. You
Yeah.
don't even see it. Fantastic photography there.
Anyway, well, very good. I believe that's it, so maybe it's time to sing.
I think so.
All right.
See you
Oh,
next week.
Ghost is coming up at the Bijou. It says
Oh,
right
we
here.
love that.
Yeah, curbside concessions.
Oh, I love that too.
Get you some popcorn.
Oh, I love that.
So here we go.
Oh.
Just what makes that little old ant think he can move that rubber tree plant? Everyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he's got high hopes. He's got high hopes. He's got high apple.